Alright, everyone. Hello and welcome to week 1 of the Pokepal Draft League Season 2. This week, I'm up against the Philadelphia Flippers, coached by Paro, and their team is pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. They've got some stuff that's definitely pretty threatening for my team. First off, they have Iron Hands, which is super bulky, super tanky, obviously, and does a ton of damage. Trick Room Pokemon mostly because it's so slow, but they also have Farigiraf to pair up with it, which is a very strong combination of Pokemon there, and actually one that is pretty tough for me to handle, I think, just because my team really doesn't like Trick Room that much. I have some ways of countering it. I have some ways around it, as we'll see, but that is definitely something to be worried about. Next up, they have Thundurus, which can spam stuff like T-Wave, and also on this team, they do have 3 Iron Paradox Pokemon, so they could run a manual electric terrain set, which is what I think they're probably going to try to do, because it does seem like a pretty strong core there. Next up, we have Enamorus. Enamorus is a problem for me just because most of this team is pretty weak to Garchomp. And so Enamorus is like the only thing that really can beat my Garchomp consistently here. You can see already Garchomp is on my team, but yeah. Enamorus, fast, strong, hits pretty hard with those Moonblasts. Next up, Chestnut. I'm not too worried about Chestnut personally. It can do like Iron Defense, Body Press stuff like that, but I don't think it's that good into my team particularly. I have ways of countering it. I have like it is all right, but Kilowattrel just kind of walls this thing, thankfully. So I'm not as worried about that. Next up, we have Iron Moth, fast, strong special attacker. You may notice that after like the first 2 Pokemon, the Trick Room mode kind of fell off a little bit. They do have a couple more Trick Room mons, but they're not. I don't think they're nearly as strong. Like they have Chestnut, and later they have Camerupt, but other than that, like I think they don't really like the Trick Room mode as much apart from those. Anyway, Iron Moth hits super hard. Gets like spread. Heat Waves, gets like Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, although the only thing to pair that with would be Iron Treads. And this thing also gets Dazzling Gleam, which could be scary for my Garchomp. Thankfully, it won't do enough to KO Garchomp because of how I EV'd mine. But next up we have Venonat. Venonat is likely not coming just because I have, like, it has the redirection, but I have Ogerpon Wellspring, which is like really good into Venonat, I think, because it will ignore the Rage Powder, and it can follow me away Sleep Powders, so Venonat kind of struggles against it a lot. And I also just have a lot of things that are good into Venonat, like I have Kilowattrel, I have Arcanine, I have, you know, all that jazz. Yeah, so I don't really think Venonat's coming. Next up, Iron Treads. This Pokemon could definitely be scary. Like, once again though, my Kilowattrel is so good in this, and you can see a pattern here. Like, a lot of these Pokemon really struggle to hit Kilowattrel. Like Iron Hands, both stabs don't really hit it well. Well, Electric does, but spoiler alert, I'm running Volt Absorb. And same with like Thundurus, same with Chestnut, can't really hit it, and then Iron Treads. Like you can run Rock Slide, but it's not stab, so and it's spread move. And I'm likely gonna be running Kilowattrel next to Garchomp anyway. And then it's also like not great until like Arcanine can deal super effective damage to it, Scrafty, Ogerpon, all my stuff like that. Inteleon as well. So I don't know how good Iron Treads is in this matchup. But it is definitely strong into some certain things. Like it can do super effective damage to my Arcanine, and I am running Terra Poison on multiple Pokemon. So the ground moves could be scary there, but overall, I'm not as worried about Iron Treads, personally. Next up is Camerupt. Camerupt I also don't really foresee coming just because it's so weak to a lot of my strong Pokemon. I mean, obviously, like, it's got the ground moves, and which can hurt Arcanine and whatever, but, like, having Ogerpon and having Garchomp as two of my strongest Pokemon, and then having another water type and Inteleon is just so hard for Camerupt. I don't really think it's coming. Realistically, I don't see a world where Iron Hands and Furrier F aren't coming, and probably Enamorus as well, and probably Thundurus and Iron Moth. Like, those 5 are almost surely coming. I could definitely see Chestnut coming as the last one, or Iron Treads. I think anything else, though, is pretty unlikely. Alright, so let's get into my team. We've got, first off here, I've been talking about it, Life Orb, Garchomp. You may notice, well, okay, we got Earthquake, Poison Jab, Stomping Tantrum, Protect. I'm actually not running Rock Slide on this. I thought I was, but I'm not. But it doesn't really matter. I'm running Poison Jab here because I think Terra, Grass, Iron Hands is super likely, and this all it hits both that and Enamorus for super effective, and I'm also running Terra Poison to resist the Fairy moves, to give this which gives this a damage boost. So that's good into like Terra Grass, which I think is going to be pretty popular on this team. I think they will likely run Terra Grass on multiple Pokemon, just because it's good into Garchomp, it's good into Ogerpon, yeah, and it's good into the electric moves from Kilowattrel. And we got Life Orb, and you may notice like my speed IV is pretty low here. The reason for that is they have a huge speed gap in their team, like a huge speed gap to the point where like they have a gap of like 106 speed, so Garchomp's 102. They have a gap from 106 speed to like 64 speed. So I'm not even gonna bother trying to outspeed any of the 106 speed stuff because I do have Tailwind on Kilowattrel anyway. I'm not gonna bother outspeeding any of that stuff, and instead I'm just doing this to guarantee outspeed the Chestnut, even if it's max speed, which it probably wouldn't be, but if it for some reason is, I outspeed it, and then I'm running the rest in bulk and attack, just so that I can have more staying power, especially with the Life Orb chipping away at my health. I think that'll be super nice. Next up we have Kilowattrel. I am running max speed on this, just because I do think that what was I gonna say about that? Oh yeah, this does outspeed their whole team actually, with max speed. I probably could like lower this a little bit and increase the bulk just to like 1 point outspeed stuff. I probably will end up doing that, but for now I just have it at this because I didn't bother calculating it yet. We've got no discharge on this. I considered running discharge, but I don't think it's that impactful here, just because the only thing I'm really trying to Thunderbolt is like Enamorus, right? I don't need the spread damage as much. I'd rather have the larger burst damage on that. And we've also got Air Slash. This is once again good into like Terra Grass, beats Chestnut, beats Venonat if they want to bring that for some reason. But this thing is mostly just like Tailwind, and then it has a lot of favorable matchups, especially into that Iron Hands, just because you resist the fighting moves, and then you you heal from the electric moves, right? So this thing I think is going to be really good in this matchup, just because of its defensive profile. It barely takes damage from a lot of these Pokemon. Like, you're taking damage from some of them, but like the ones that you're most worried about are countered by Garchomp, right? So you just Tailwind and then use Garchomp. And I'm also running Covert Cloak to be immune to the Fake Out, so I can guaranteed set up those Tailwinds. One issue, I guess, would be the Trick Room if I set up the Tailwind, but I have ways of beating the Trick Room lead that they might run, even if I lead Garchomp Kilowattrel. We'll get into that later. Next up we have Arcanine. Once again, I think Rock is really nice in this matchup. I mean, not once again. I was gonna say, oh, reconnect. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I think Rock is great in this matchup. I have got the Rock Slide for the Thundurus, for the Enamorus, and for the Iron Moth. All good into all those. And then Flare Blitz. Once again, I said Terra Grass was pretty likely here, so I do like having that Flare Blitz. It also hits the Iron Treads and the Chestnut, right? And the Venonat, but I don't think Venonat's coming. We've got Lumberry here because in case they are running Thunder Wave Thundurus, I don't really want to be paralyzed on this. And we've got Will-O-Wisp for burning like Iron Hands and Iron Treads. Those are really the only things I'm trying to burn here. Also, once again, because of that speed gap, I am not running any speed on this. I'm just running bulk. Because I'm not going to, like, outspeed stuff anyway. But if I am in Tailwind, then I am going to outspeed them anyway. So it's, like, two sides of, like, whatever. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but, like, it doesn't really... Having speed on this doesn't really matter. And actually having low speed could end up benefiting me because it might be better in their Trick Room if they set it up. Next up, this one's a fun one. We've got this Scrafty here, and it's got Choppleberry, and you'll see why in a second, because I have a vision for this thing. We've got Fake Out, Knockoff, Coaching Encore. Fake Out is for like standard matchup stuff, right? Because like if it's not being used as what I think it is or what my plan is for it, then the Fake Out is nice to have. But I've got Knockoff, obviously, it's just an attacking move, hits Farigiraf nicely. But then we've got, I'm going to skip over Coaching for that. Well, let's not skip over Coaching. Coaching's great because I have Garchomp, Arcanine, Ogerpon that all would really like to take advantage of it. And having Coaching plus Intimidate will definitely really help nerf the damage output of like the Iron Hands or the Iron Treads, right? Or I guess Chestnut if it comes. But we've also got Encore on this thing. And the reason we have Encore is because my idea is I lead Garchomp, Kilowattrel, and if they lead Farigiraf, Iron Hands, I can protect Garchomp, switch to Scrafty. They set up Trick Room with Farigiraf, and they likely click Fake Out with Iron Hands, right? Next turn, I have the Choppleberry, so that fighting move from Iron Hands will guaranteed not KO me. After the Intimidate, of course. I think the Intimidate doesn't matter for that, actually, for that calc, because I'm so bulky. But then this thing is actually just barely slower than Farigiraf. It's 58 base speed, and I'm min speed. Farigiraf is 60. So what I can do is I can actually Encore it into Trick Room if it comes on the field. If I bring this in on the field, which is super nice because it'll then reverse the Trick Room, and then I can like click Earthquake or Stomping Tantrum or something with Garchomp. Actually, I probably don't protect this turn 1 just in case they try to fake it out, so I can get the Stomping Tantrum boost. Yeah, so that's the reason I have Encore there. It is a pretty niche scenario, but I actually do think that a Farigiraf Iron Hands lead is likely, and so I think this will be very good. Next up, Ogerpon Wellspring. I'm not running a Grass type move on this just because Grass is pretty bad in this team overall. Like, it doesn't hit anything super effectively at all, and it's got a ton of resistances, right? You got Thundurus, Enamorus, Chestnut, Iron Moth, and Venonat all resisting Grass moves. Well, it's not super effective against anything. So I opted to not run a Grass move. I've got Follow Me, Ivy Cudgel. Those are like a given on this thing. And Spiky Shield, honestly, is a given on this thing. Because they're also so strong. Follow Me is just such a busted move. And then Ivy Cudgel will deal a lot of damage. Even though I'm not running very much attack on this thing, it still is a super strong move. And it'll probably still KO stuff like Iron Moth and whatever. But then I've also had Grassy Terrain. And this is to counter the Electric Terrain mode that they might run with Thundurus. Because I can set up the Grassy Terrain and obviously get rid of the Photosynthesis, or Quark Drive boosts that their Iron Pokemon might receive. But the reason I'm also running Ogerpon is I have another mode where I lead Follow Me Ogerpon next to Frostmoth. I think this could be very strong also, given that, like, they don't have that many answers to this mode. You run, like, obviously Blizzard can miss, which sucks. But, like, the fact that they have most likely Terra Grass Iron Hands, you know, they're Thundurus and Enamorus both weak to it. Farigiraf worked weak to Bug Buzz. Chestnut weak to Blizzard. The only thing this can't really hit is Iron Moth, and that's where Ogerpon Wellspring comes in. And if you just follow me, set up a Quiver Dance, I'm at the perfect speed so that I will guarantee to outspeed everything on their team after one Quiver Dance. Yeah, so this thing could be very strong. Also, Ice Scales, obviously reducing the damage of the whatever moves. special attacks. And then Terra Ground, I originally considered running Terra Blast on this, but I decided against it. It would obviously be nice into Iron Hands and Iron Moth, and Iron Treads, actually. Maybe I still do run it. Maybe I take off Bug Buzz or something, because Bug Buzz only really hits for a Giraffe. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think that's a good idea, because this thing's a really good Terra user, just because, like, its type is so bad defensively, but the Ice Scale's ability is so good that, like, once you Terra into anything else, this thing is super, super specially bulky, and I already have so many things that reduce physical damage, like Scrafty, Arcanine, stuff like that. So, like, this thing is going to be, I think, very, very bulky, especially because I also boost my own special defense when I Quiver Dance. Yeah, I think this thing is very, very strong in this matchup. I had an idea where I was going to use Girafarig here, actually, to hard counter for a Giraffe by using, like, Imprison with Trick Room's Psychic Hyper Voice, which would have been really funny, but I decided against it because it's kind of a weird thing, like, and then you don't really do much against anything else on the team, so I opted to go for this Frostmoth set instead. But yeah, I think I do have a pretty good shot at winning this, because I think my team is very strong here, right? I think I've got a ton of options into their team, and I have ways around every single Pokemon. So I just need to, I think if I play well, I should be able to win, unless they have something crazy up their sleeve. But yeah, anyway, that's it for the team preview stuff. So I guess let's get into the week 1 match. See you there. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much exactly what I was expecting. All the strongest Pokemon. I am expecting a potential Thundy mode with manual electric terrain here. Oh wait, am I recording? Yes, I'm recording. Okay, good. I am expecting a potential Thundy mode with manual E-terrain. Regardless, I'm gonna do this first thing first. Garchomp, Kilowattrel, Scrafty, I think is a great lead. Well, Garchomp, Kilowattrel with Scrafty in the back, I think is a great option here. And I'm so nervous. What is this for? So what does this struggle to beat, I guess? What are the Terra types? 2 Terra Grass. I might go Arcanine. I think Arcanine makes sense. Yeah, I feel like Arcanine makes the most sense here as the 4th. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arcanine. All right, let's see. What do they lead? Fundy and Namorous. Interesting. This is not what I was expecting as a lead. Well, I have a pretty safe switch to Arcanine here. What Terra type is this? Stellar. Huh. Do I not just Thunderbolt the Enamorous? Like, because neither of these should be able to kill Kilowattrel. Unless this is Sash. I think Thunderbolt into Enamorous is super safe here. Let's see. Scary Fate. Oh, that's clever. That is really clever. I think this kills, though. Yeah. That's a clever strategy. I didn't think of that. Is this Terra Dragon? I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp it. I don't really need Arcanine anymore if this terastallizes. So I'm low-key fine if this kills my Arcanine. Well, yeah, because I still have Terra Poison Garchomp in the back. So low-key, this is fine. I'm gonna set up a Tailwind. Electric Terrain. Oh. Okay, yeah. So I did expect this as an option. I didn't think it'd be speed, though, on that. I'm gonna go Scrafty here. It's Clear Amulet. Okay. That's actually really not good. That's Clear Amulet. Well. I'm gonna fake it out and switch to Garchomp, because Garchomp should still outspeed it. And it should be able to go for an EQ pretty safely. Or even a Stomping Tantrum. Okay, that's fine. Foul play. I get the Rough Skin chip. I think... Oh, Garchomp might not outspeed, because I didn't put that much speed on it. I'm gonna go Coaching plus Protect, actually. I think that makes sense. I should live this pretty easily. Let me get the Coaching off. Now I'm gonna go into Kilowattrel. And do I click Earthquake? I think I click Earthquake. I get the Speed Drop, but I get the Volt Absorb in that slot. It's gonna hurt that too, yeah. And now Kilowattrel, oh, doesn't outspeed because I lost the Tailwind. But Kilowattrel kind of walls this, so I'm just gonna Tailwind Protect. Kilowattrel walls both of these Pokemon, like, super hard. Especially now that it's a better matchup now that it's Terra Dragon Treads. So I'm gonna Protect and Tailwind. And now they can't Foul Play again. So I'm gonna Air Slash the Treads, and I think I just... Do I think Air Slash kills, is the question. And I low-key... Well, it doesn't matter, right? Because I can just go for Poison Jab into Treads as well. This has to use E-Terrain. I'm gonna do this. Nah, unlucky. Unlucky. Oh, it didn't go for E-Terrain though. Yeah, it didn't have to that turn, I guess. Now I Air Slash you. What do I think is in the back? Moth in the back could be kind of bad. I'm gonna switch this out for Scrafty, actually. For Ridgiraff. Okay, this is actually good. This is actually really good. Oh, that crits might be massive. One turn left of Tailwind. I can go for Thunderbolt into Thundy, and I'm just gonna knock off for Ridgiraff. This is okay. Knockoff kills. And this has Earthquake, but it's not gonna be able to kill both. And this can't do any... I don't think this can do, like, any damage to... Like, neither of this can do any damage to Kilowattrel. I think I just win. Like, if I just Air Slash you... And I also just knock off you... Well, no, I would want to knock off you. And then Earthquake doesn't kill. Air Slash. Knock off. Nice. Nice. Alright, cool. Cool. We win game one. I think I actually just do the same thing. They don't really have a great way of beating it. Because we now know... We now know their play with this. I think they would go... If they did that again, I think they'd go into Kilowattrel slot. I'm gonna do the same four. Although Arcanine didn't really do much there, maybe I go Ogerpon instead. Ogerpon feels better overall. Especially because this has Clear Amulet. Although they might pivot to hands. If they pivot to Terra Grass hands, it still gets hard walled by Kilowattrel, right? I need to keep Kilowattrel alive. This thing is so good in this matchup. I think I am going to go Ogerpon this time. Well, Garchomp, Kilowattrel, Scrafty. It's still between Arcanine and Ogerpon. I'm going to go Arcanine, because it's nice to have that Fairy Resist. Hands and Nam. Well, they can't increase the speed of this Enamorus, right? And I have Covert Cloak, so I just protect Thunderbolt. That feels like such a good play. I feel like this is just always a winning play because I have the Covert Cloak. I'm so glad I switched this last minute. By the way, this was originally Focus Sash. Yeah, this should always be a winning play. Because I'm always faster than you. I calced this. And Iron Hands can't do anything to Kilowattrel. Honestly, I don't even think I need to protect this slot. I think I just Earthquake. Because Thunderbolt should always kill an Amorous, because it's Terra Stellar. And even if they fake out Garchomp, then I get Stomping Tantrum next turn. This just always seems like a good play. Alright, let's see. Let's see what they choose to do. Terra Grass, okay. That's a good play, that's a good play. Ice Punch! I did not see that one coming. But now they've wasted their Terra Grass, and now I have Arcanine, right? So now I just Flare Blitz, Thunderbolt. Yeah, I didn't think that thing would have that move. This should kill. Yep. And I always outspeed this as well. As long as it's not Thundy in the back with okay, it's Thundy terrain in the back. But like this thing can't do anything to Arcanine now, so I just Rock Slide. And I Tailwind. No, I don't think I Tailwind. Cause like what does this have for Arcanine? Really nothing. And I have Lumberry also, in case it's Thunder Wave. Well, do we know this thing's full moveset? I don't know. Terra Water here is actually probably good. Yeah, I'm gonna Terra Water Tailwind. Okay. Taunt makes sense. Meteor Beam into Kilowattrel? Not into Kilowattrel. I didn't know the thing about Meteor Beam. I might lose. I could lose. Because they still have an Amorous in the back, but an Amorous never beats Kilowattrel. The only thing on this team that can beat Kilowattrel is Iron Moth. The problem is Sludge Bomb is... Well, I can always fake out plus Thunderbolt. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna knock off. I have to hope I live. I get the terrain boost, which could actually be massive. It has Energy Ball. Okay. I lose game 2. Yeah. This Thundurus only has Foul Play as an attack move. I'm not gonna reveal that I have Encore on this. Alright. Game 3. Let's see. Let's think about this. So, what's the big issue? Is it ever Ogerpon Frostmoth lead here? Cause like, what's the problem is the... Well, it has Energy Ball. Here's the thing, now that I know that the Iron Hands has Ice Punch, I think I'm in a much better spot. And I know that the other thing has Meteor Beam. I think I actually just bring the same Pokemon. Yeah, this is fine. My Terra always... Well, this is actually not that fine, right? Because it can... Well... It can always Ice Punch this is the problem. Which would be really bad. I'm gonna go Scrafty. I can make a really defensive play and go Scrafty and just protect. Which I think is what I'm gonna do. Okay. That play does make sense. But now I get the fake out, right? Wait, what was the... Did I knock off... It's Mental Herb. So I can fake out the Thundurus. And I think I Thunderbolt the Thundurus as well. No, I think I Tailwind. I can't really Tailwind is the problem. Is this Ice Punch into Kilowattrel? Don't freeze. Okay. I gotta focus here. Knock off Thundy plus switch to Arcanine feels like a good play. Like, no matter what happens. Okay, I knock off the, I knock off the Power Herb, which is really, really good. I'm gonna go Coaching, and I'm just gonna... What Terra type is the Iron Moth? Have they Terra'd yet? No. I think I Rock Slide. I feel like they have to switch this out. Or do I Flare Blitz the Moth? They might protect Iron Moth. No. Okay, so I kill Iron Moth. That's really, really good. I get the coaching. This Enamorus is a real issue, though. Because my Arcanine's not going to outspeed it. Shoot. I need Kilowattrel alive. I think I actually Terra Poison on this. No, I think I have to Terra Poison on Garchomp later. I don't know what to do with Scrafty here. I want to knock off the Life Orb. And then I'll try to Rock Slide. No. I go Kilowattrel. I think they either switch this out or protect. Like, they can't stay in expecting a Thunderbolt. I think it's Ice Punch into Kilowattrel. So I go Garchomp plus Protect. This is kind of risky. They didn't Ice Punch. Okay, okay. Well, their Protect failed, so they can Protect again. But I'm super in this. Terra Poison. Poison Jab. Plus Thunderbolt. No, they're gonna lower this speed. Hold on. Terra Poison, Poison Jab. Switch to Scrafty is the play. Because they're gonna Scary Face this, and they're gonna try to Moonblast this. That's their win con. So I switch to Scrafty. Or they're gonna do that. That works. This works. I need this to kill though, because it's the 2 times. I didn't Terra Poison. Oh, God. I thought I Terra Poisoned. I think I just got saved low key. They Terra'd now, so I can. I can simply Thunderbolt the Thundurus. And click Earthquake. No. Terra Poison Earthquake. That actually lived. Wow. Please kill. Actually doesn't. Should be able to Protect plus Thunderbolt Thunderous though now. Yeah, now I should win because I just Earthquake. Unless I get frozen. Oh, I barely lived. Oh my god, that was so close. Holy. I feel like I got kind of lucky with a crit there on the Nemeris. I don't think that would have killed. I meant to Terra Poison, but I must have just not done it. I'll have to check if that would have killed. But yeah, I did. We take the win. Week 1 win. We take it. Let's go. Well, thank you all for watching this week 1 game. And yeah, bye-bye.